Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about, I say we as if she can actually talk. I'm going to be talking about how I found out I was pregnant at 17 years old. Whew, got a story for you. When I was 16, I got the implant in, which is like the bar, rod, whatever you want to call it. The thing in your arm that stops you from
having a baby.
When I was 17, I got it out because it was giving me like complications. So I got it out, and the doctor told me that before I could try it again, so like get another one in, I had to wait for my next period. So I was like, okay, cool, well, I'll obviously make an appointment when I have my period again. He said that my period could take a while to actually come back because I just had the bar removed. So I didn't get a period for 3 months, I think it was. So from the start of January until the start of March, I didn't have any period at all. But I thought it was normal because I had just gotten the bar out. So I was just like, oh, well, the doctor said that it could take a while for me to get my period back. By no means did I think I was pregnant. Even my partner was like, could you be pregnant? And I was like, me? No way. And so I was just like, yeah, no, not pregnant. One night we went to mini golf in the city. On the way to there, we stopped in at a fish and chip place to get food before we went. We sat down, and while we were waiting for our order, I was complaining to my boyfriend. I was just like,
waiting for my period. Like, I want my period. Hurry the shit up.
Because like it still hadn't come. And he's just like,
are you sure you're not pregnant?
And I was like,
yes, I'm sure. The doctor said that it'll take a while for my period, so it's just taking a while.
And he's like,
alright, well, how about you take a pregnancy test just in case, just so I can feel okay about it.
And I was like,
okay, yeah, whatever. I'm not pregnant, so yeah, sure. Just to ease your mind.
And then we went to mini golf, and then we drove back. And then as soon as I got home, I got a test, and then went up to the bathroom, did my business, and almost instantly 2 lines came up. Like, on the test it says that it takes 3 minutes, but they were instant. Like, it was instant that they came up. So I was like, oh, well, shit. And I thought it was hilarious because 2 weeks prior to me taking that pregnancy test, I went and got a lovely pap smear. And they did a pregnancy test for me then. Apparently it's like protocol at my doctor, so if you have a pap, you have to make sure that you're not pregnant before they do the pap, so blah, blah, blah. You took a pregnancy test, and that pregnancy test was negative. And that was 2 weeks before this pregnancy test, and then this one showed up positive. So I was like, well, maybe this is a faulty one. So I had to take another, and that came up positive as well. Like, I had one the next morning, and that showed up positive. And so I was like, fuck me. I went to the doctors with them, and I was just like, whoop, like, think there's a situation. She was like, oh, that's so weird, because we did that pregnancy test 2 weeks ago. I was like, I know, like, are these, like, wrong or blah? She's like, alright, well, we'll do another pregnancy test. I did another one at the doctor's, and that one was positive, and then she took me to like the blood test place. I got a blood test, and then the next day I got a call saying, you're pregnant. And I was like,
oh, lovely.
And yeah, it was so crazy because I was just like, how did that happen? Because like when I found out I was pregnant at the doctor's, because after the blood test I went back to the doctor's. Man, you keep staring at me. You're so cute. Look at your face. Yeah, so I went in, and then she was just like, yeah, looks like you've been pregnant for about 6 weeks. So that's a month and a half. I was pregnant for a month and a half. Didn't know. It was just terrifying because at the time I was in my last year of school. I was in year 12. And I was like, there was so much shit going through my head. I was like, well, do I have to like drop out? Can I make it the whole year? Because keep in mind that I fell pregnant in January and I found out in March. And I still had majority of the year of my schooling to go, and I graduated like with a newborn. Like, I walked down that aisle holding my newborn. At awards night even, I was overdue, and so I walked on that stage collecting my shit
with a massive tummy.
And yeah, it was just crazy. So I couldn't believe that I was actually pregnant, because I was just like, I took that pregnancy test 2 weeks ago, nothing showed up, but that I was pregnant. If I'm 6 weeks now, then I was pregnant when we took that pregnancy test. And she's like, yeah, well, HCG levels are different in different stages of pregnancy, and I searched it all, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I was pregnant. There was no backing out of it. My partner, like, cried and hugged me, and I cried, and it was a big thing. And next thing we had to do, what are you doing? What are you doing? Next thing was to tell his parents. I told my mum straight away, majority of my family straight away. And they were all like, oh my god. They were actually really supportive, which I was so thankful for because, yeah, it was terrifying. Blake's family. Now, we took about... I keep doing this like a fish. Yeah, he took about 2 weeks to tell his dad. He was terrified to tell his family because he knew that they weren't going to be for it. We took 2 weeks and he sat down with his dad, and at night time, I wasn't there, and I was down in the room and his dad was upstairs. And he went up and sat with him and he's like,
I've got something to say, but I don't really know how to say it, so I'm just going to say it.
And then he's like,
Mel's pregnant.
and then his dad didn't really go for it. I mean, like, his dad did suggest that it would be best for us to get an A word. So he wasn't for it at all. Obviously, he's very old-fashioned, but we had made up our minds. There was no way we were going to get rid of her. Well, it at the time, because we didn't know it was a her. After about 6 months had passed, everyone was really excited, and they're like, woo! I had my baby shower, it was all
Fun and dandy.
so that was that. And then when we had her, everyone was in love with her. So there was no more judgment, nothing, and yeah, I was really happy. And I'm glad I made the decision to keep her. So
Follow the leader. Do as I do, you gotta do what we do. And I've had my turn at being leader, it's over to you. Try this. Try that. I do the roly. And pat your head.
I hope I filled in everything about how I found out I was pregnant. I might have missed a few things, but I don't think I did. Just give it a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll comment back, most likely, because I do nothing with my life. Just remember to turn your notifications on so you know when I upload, and I will see you guys another time. Have a good one. Bye.